Hi there, I'm Mike, and what I have for you today is oh, no, that's not. Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay. Hi there, I'm Mike, and what I have for you today is Star Wars The Black Series Holiday Troopers. Yay! So this year, for some reason, Hasbro decided to repaint a bunch of things in a festive color for the festive time of year that it is. So we're gonna go through that. So let's have some fun. We're gonna start it off because there's 5 of these bad boys. Let's start off with my least favorite to most favorite. So of all these, we're starting off with a Sith Trooper. Okay, so and don't take that as me saying that I don't like the Sith Trooper. I mean, I do like the Sith Trooper, but this is probably my least favorite of the repaints, and I don't know. I don't really have a reason for it. I don't have to. It's just my opinion. This is the new box style, as you can tell from the slanted thing there. There's no side mural that connects. They're like the same thing on each side. On the back, it's got kind of just a little. This is generic. It's the same thing on all the backs. So there's no bio or anything. It's just kind of a wintry, presenty, Christmassy themed box. Inside, we have a repaint of the Sith Trooper. It says it right there. He comes with the blaster that the exclusive, the Comic-Con exclusive version came with. Also, this blaster is cropped up. This is the heavy blaster. It was like an Amazon exclusive First Order Stormtrooper, and then also I think the Gaming Greats Battle Droid came with it, but that's just way too much information. Why does anyone care about that? As you can see, it's based off just the regular Sith Trooper here, which I've actually reviewed on my channel. I like it a lot. It's a fun figure. But what I'm going to do is we're going to get into this Trooper and compare it. Now, there's a bunch of tape on the top of the box here, but you don't have to slice as much if you go from the bottom of the box. There's just one piece of tape on the bottom. It's really, really weird. You'd think there would be more tape on the bottom to hold the weight of it, but I guess I'm not in charge of that. No one asked me. All right, so let's take a closer look at this guy here. We can see he's got a fun red, green, and kind of white stripy arms and shoes kind of thing going on. He's the exact same figure as the regular Sith Trooper. He's got the butterfly joints, he's got the rubbery shoulders. I mean, it's actually a pretty good figure. I reviewed it on my channel back when it came out, I guess 2018. He also comes with a repaint of Lando's scarf. So this is the scarf that came with the solo movie Lando, except for it's molded in red instead of black, and it has this fun little, it's a snowflake made of Stormtrooper, Clone Trooper helmets, Sith Trooper helmets, some kind of, yeah, it looks like Sith Trooper helmets. That makes sense since he's a Sith Trooper. He also comes with his blaster. It's white and orange, I guess. I don't know why, but I hate this blaster. It doesn't really fit well in the hand. Wow, I don't know where my voice went there. It doesn't really fit well in the hand, so you kind of just have to like get it in there and just kind of pray that friction keeps it. I'm sure you can probably work this in if you are patient enough, but I'm not. So we're just gonna kind of fudge it here. So I don't know if this is supposed to be like a Nerf blaster or what, but it's a really weird choice for a weapon. And that's not all. So one of the fun things about these guys is they come with like a winter buddy, I think is what they're calling it. And this one is a repaint of Babu Frick. He's just kind of Babu Frick, but wearing green and red. So I wouldn't say even it's festive colors because it doesn't necessarily, like, it just could be that he is green and he is wearing red. I have no idea. Sure, why not? His little guy moves up and down. I don't think I've actually reviewed the C-3PO Babu Frick, but that's okay. So that's it for the Sith Trooper. Next, we have the Stormtrooper. So this right here, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the Sith Trooper was a Best Buy exclusive. The Stormtrooper here, I believe, is Amazon exclusive. Have the original Stormtrooper here. This is the first generation Stormtrooper, not the newer one. So he comes with a little winter buddy, and then he's got a cool repaint we'll get into. And then his weapon, I guess I'm just gonna get into it. Why am I doing that? I'm just gonna open it up. All right, same thing. I'm just gonna pop it open from the bottom here. This is the just regular, again, vanilla Stormtrooper, not one of the new molds here. He is again, kind of in that green and red theme, but his chest is sort of modeled after an ugly Christmas sweater. So he's got sort of a rebel symbol, which is weird for the Stormtrooper to have the rebel symbol, but why not? He's got a little X-Wing up here, and he's got a AT-AT on his chest there. There's nothing, does not extend to the back, which is kind of a bummer. But and he comes with his holster, but no gun. So the weapon he does come with is this super duper long spear that came with one of the Praetorian guards. It's obviously repainted here. Looked like a candy cane. And it has like this sort of blue translucent tip to it, which is, I'm guessing, supposed to be like ice, which would make sense. Yeah, his spear is super long, and it's actually super hard to get in both hands. It's like too small, and it keeps slipping out, but it's also really hard for his hands to clasp around it because it's so small. So it keeps falling out. Yeah, not great. Wasn't really meant for him, so I guess that's okay. And then he comes with a little porg, but the porg is all white, like a snow owl. I think it said like snow porg or ice porg, but I wasn't sure if that meant it was like a porg that lives in the ice, so it's all white, or a porg made out of ice. I guess you can interpret that how you want. And then again, just so you can see, this is the exact same mold right here. We have the original Stormtrooper there. So let's go on to number 3. Next, we have the Clone Trooper Holiday Edition. This one was a GameStop exclusive. You can see it's got the Clone Trooper with festive colors. It's got a little candy cane weapon and then another porg, but this time he's got a fun little scarf on. So let's go ahead and open him up. Okay, so let's take a look at this guy right here. So again, he's kind of got an ugly sweater motif. He's got a little Death Star and some TIE Fighters. Again, this would have looked, I think, a lot better on the Stormtrooper one instead of Clone Trooper. It kind of makes more sense, I think, for them to be Death Star and TIE Fighters when Clone Troopers, that's like not really their thing. So, well, whatever. This is the old Clone Trooper mold, not the new Clone Trooper mold, just like the Stormtrooper. Now, I don't really know why, because to me, like, these came out after the new molds. Why wouldn't they just use the new ones? I don't know if it would take more to actually paint, unless these have been around longer than those molds have, which is the only other reason I can think of why that would be. But anyways, this weapon here is a repaint of the Knight of Ren, the lone Knight of Ren we've gotten in the Black Series line. This was his weapon. It's not a great weapon. It's like a vibro blade, but it looks like a hockey stick, let's be honest, is what it looks like. So we have that. So next we have the little porgs, their holiday buddy or whatever, and he's got a little scarf painted on. So if you're not molded on, it's just, because you can see the texture of the pork here, but that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. Like, there's no way that would remold this figure just to mold a scarf around it. So paint it is, and if you don't look too close, it doesn't look that bad. Oh, and I forgot to compare him to the original Clone Trooper. This one came out in like a multi-pack. Is the only way to get this. It was like an exclusive, maybe like Amazon or something, I don't know. So we have the Phase 2 Clone Trooper and then the Phase 2 Clone Trooper Holiday Edition. Next we have, this is tied for first in my opinion for how much I like kind of the ingenuity behind this and the idea behind it, but this is the Snowtrooper Holiday Edition. You can see he's just a repaint of the regular old Stormtrooper. I meant Snowtrooper, and that's right here. We have the Snowtrooper. So I think that this is pretty ingenious to turn this into a scarf. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this is the Snowtrooper out of the box. I've done a video on this one, and his torso is really loose. I've done a video on this and for the first 2 releases of it. So if you want to go check that out, it's on my channel. He comes with another Praetorian Guard weapon. You can see it's the same kind of deco as the last one, where it has sort of a sheath of ice at the top up here, which is, I think, pretty cool. So far they just reused a bunch of melee weapons because I guess holiday troopers, I guess they don't shoot things, they only stab things, unless you're a Sith trooper for some reason. I have no idea what's going on with that, but that's what they chose. So this is a Walmart exclusive, and let me tell you about this. So I ordered it from Walmart's website the moment it went live, and then I get an email a couple days ago saying that they delayed it to January, and like, what's the point in getting one of these in January? It's too late. Nobody cares about holiday troopers in January. So I went on eBay and did the thing that I hate the most, and I fed the scalpers, and I paid basically $5 more than I would have in the store or ordering online, I mean. So I got relatively pretty cheap. But the big thing for me is I got it on time. If it weren't for the time crunch of having to do videos or just wanting something, I guess, by Christmas, which is the real thing here, I wouldn't have done it. But since I wanted to put out a video and I wanted to get it before Christmas so I could join the rest of them, and also I'm kind of a completionist, so like I had to do it. But yeah, I hate myself. Well, I don't hate myself. I'm just disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Anyways, he also comes with a little porg here. Same kind of thing as before. It's the same as the other porg, but he's the other porg. So there's always these two molds, basically. He's got articulated like flippers and whatnot, but he's got another scarf on. I definitely think I like him a little better than him. I don't know. I don't really have a reason. I just think it's that way. And then again, this is kind of a closer look at the Snowtroopers with a different paint scheme. I like it. I know it's silly. I know it's goofy, but I like it. Let's move on to the last one. Finally, we have the Range Trooper. He is he's a repaint of the Range Trooper from Solo, but he's painted as just straight as Santa Claus. So the other ones are just kind of more festive or wintry themed. This one's just straight Santa Claus. He comes with the repaint of Dio as a little reindeer with a red nose. And then he has this reused Sith Trooper, the Comic-Con exclusive one, but it's all made out of translucent plastic again, kind of denoting that he uses some sort of mythical ice weapon, I guess. So let's go ahead and get this open and we will compare it to the original and just take a closer look. I always feel like I'm stuffing a turkey when I'm putting it in from behind like that. That's not what I meant.
I didn't mean it any other way than you at Thanksgiving stuffing a turkey. Ew.
Okay, so here we have the Holiday Range Trooper dressed as Santa. You can see he's all red. Let me get the original here. Now, one of the biggest things you'll notice if you have eyeballs is this has actual flocked fur and this is molded. This is the first time I saw them doing something like this, but then they would do it again with the Armorer, where the one version comes kind of molded, one version comes flocked. I mean, I get why they did this, because this falls apart. You can see this piece falling off right now. So this eventually will probably die, but I do like the look of this better than this, but I guess this kind of matches this a little better, so it comes and goes. But I love the red Santa coat. I love the white fur lining. I love the snow on the boots. The only thing that's missing is maybe like a white circle back here to kind of give it the illusion of, you know, Santa Claus's like kind of ball thing. But other than that, I really do like this version. So again, he comes with this snow weapon, snow sword, because you know what says Santa Claus other than snow sword. All right, so he's got this translucent kind of sword there, got in his hand eventually. I mean, you can put it in there a couple different ways, but like that's what makes sense to me, I guess. And then he does come with a little kind of Dio here. So the other weird thing though is he doesn't come with Dio's stand, because Dio, believe it or not, is just a circle. He's just you know, he's not going to stand, because when you put him down, boop, there's no way. So kind of a weird choice for them not to include his little stand. Not that the stand was very great, you know, it wasn't that much plastic. They could have just put it on there. So what I want to do now is just kind of take a look at all of them all together. All right, so here we have them all together. I have to say, like, yes, this is silly. Yes, this is dumb, but 2020 is a dumpster fire, so why the fuck not? Why not have 5 exclusive to stores, some hard to find, actually I think all hard to find figures that you have to get at the very end of the year? It's like a treasure hunt where all you get is poorer. But I guess you get 5 figures too, so that's the treasure. The treasure were the friends we made along the way. I like them all to a degree. These two are definitely clearly my favorite. I like the idea of the silly bad Christmas sweaters, but I do think that they should be switched just because of what they're based on. I also find it interesting that this is technically the only good guy in the bunch. These are all bad guys. I guess they kind of, I mean, that's here nor there. They turn bad. They started good. That's the whole point. And I love the new little holiday buddies. I'm glad to have 2 more porgs for my porg collection. Babu Frick was pretty much the best thing in Rise of Skywalker for me. And then the Dio was second best. So it's kind of fun having other versions of those. So let me know down in the downstairs area, what was your favorite? Do you like these? Do you care about them? There's a lot of people that don't, and they were saying they're going to be peg warmers, but I don't think I've ever seen them warming pegs once. So it's just kind of interesting. They're both simultaneously, no one cares about it, but they're also super hard to find. So especially since I had to go to eBay to get this one, which was again terrible, and I will try not to ever do it again, but this was I think a one-time circumstance for me. If you want to see more info on any of these figures, I've done pretty much all of them on my channel before. I know definitely these two have been reviewed, and I think these two in some capacity, and this one definitely as well. So they're on my channel if you want to go take a look at more in-depth reviews. This was kind of an overview showing off the different, you know, trooper designs. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for getting this far. I'd love to thank my Patreon supporters. If you'd like to see your name here, you can head over to my Patreon. It's kind of fun to do, and it also supports the channel. I also do have a channel membership. If you prefer that, it's cheaper, and it's just kind of, again, goes to help the channel out. But if you don't want to do any of that, down in the downstairs area are different ways you can help the channel that are free, up to and including liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell for more notifications, and that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.